So we talked about the good and the decent, and in contrast to those is the ugly. And when we talk about the ugly, we talk about exhaustion language that requires exhaustion of underlying limits through payments by the underlying insurers. While policyholders have challenged this language, some courts have ruled in the insurer's favor. While some policyholders have challenged this language, some courts have ruled that it requires the underlying insurance to be exhausted through payments by insurers only. Policyholders should still challenge this language if they have in fact settled for less than policy limits and want to gain access to its excess insurance. Just because certain courts have ruled in the insurer's favor does not foreclose the possibility that a policyholder can obtain access to their excess insurers despite this language in their policies. I think there are a few takeaways here. One, you have to be proactive. The easiest way to address this issue is when you buy insurance or you go through the renewal process and being aware that this is an issue. And it's important to engage coverage counsel in the process in order to ensure that you have the best language possible, because language varies from excess policy to excess policy. Second, if faced with decent or ugly exhaustion language in your excess policies and a desire to settle, caution must be exercised. You have to be aware of the problem, and it's best to engage coverage counsel if coverage counsel hasn't been engaged already. And two, it's also important to approach your excess insurers and let them know that you're aware of the issue. So that they can't hang back and think that they are they'll get a get out of jail free card, so to speak. They don't get a free pass on this. They're not going to build another coverage defense for themselves. And to engage them directly in the settlement discussions. Fourth, if you've already reached a settlement and your insurers are giving you a runaround on coverage, give us a call. If you haven't engaged coverage counsel already, it's critical that at that point you engage coverage counsel, and that's exactly where Miller Friel can add value.